Hi guys, Colleen from Walking the Resonant Path here. I just wanted to do a book review of a book I've just finished reading called The Lyrebird Lake Ladies Choir by Sandy Docker. So I'll do what I always do, I'll read the blurb and then I'll tell you what I thought of it. A choir wasn't about a single voice, it was about a blend, complementing each other. It was about belonging. Sisters Eleanor and Maggie have been running the Lyrebird Lake Ladies Choir for 15 years. It has become a haven for the lost and lonely women who have found their home in the stately Federation House by the lake. When Eleanor enters the choir into the All Voices Championship, it offers them all a chance to make up for lost dreams. Single mum Hannah arrives at Lyrebird Lake, homeless after being widowed and hoping for a new start for her son. With an angelic voice, Hannah could give the choir a winning edge, but when Eleanor hears her singing a long-forgotten lullaby, she is transported from her past, a traumatic time when two teenage girls were banished from their Irish homeland to a faraway country. Will Hannah's arrival mend old wounds, or will the secrets she unknowingly carries tear the sisters apart? A lyrical, deeply moving story of facing secrets, finding your way back home, and the power of discovering your voice. Now, the main thing I can say about this is that it was nice. It's a nice story. Even though it deals with some hard issues like homelessness, and there's another issue that's a little bit difficult in it that I'm not going to say because it'll give away the plot. But they've dealt with very sensitively, I will say that, and even with a sort of harder issue, even though it's an issue, you understand the difficulties in a single mother being homeless when you really understand the difficulties in this other issue. It's not like you're going through it with them. You know how some books give you that harrowing feeling like you've gone through the trauma with the person? Well, this doesn't give you that. This gives you more like you're just being told about it and you understand the difficulties in it, but it doesn't put you through the ringer with it. So it's still very nice, even though there are those things inherent in it. But by nice, I mean it's just generally a nice story, a sweet story, a story, as I say, about belonging. I thought I was really going to like Maggie and Eleanor the best because, and the bits about Ireland, because I like when Ireland's mentioned, because I've got Celtic heritage and I really like when Ireland or Scotland or things are said in Ireland or Scotland or Wales or something like that. But I actually liked Hannah and Leo's story the best, the homeless mother and the little boy. I was more interested in their story. Now, this book didn't drag you along, which is sometimes I like, but it gave you enough little breadcrumbs to keep you interested, which was good. Now, usually, as you all know if you've watched me before, I don't mind if a romance is in the story. I don't mind if it takes over the story. And there was a romance with a single mother, Hannah, and her boss and stuff. And that one, and people know that I don't like it when it's, all surly and one person's surly and then they fall in love because they know there's something nice under the surliness. I don't like those ones. Whereas this was written really nicely. It was like they were both supportive of each other, they were both nice to each other. It was a new romance. It was warm. It was comfortable. And it was nice in that way. And I like those sort of romances where they seem real and they seem to grow out of something else. This grew out of her relationship with her boss and their friendship and their supportiveness of each other, which I found was a really nice part of the story. Now, it wasn't fast-paced and it didn't drag you along or anything like that, but it was just a nice, sweet read. So for that reason, I'm going to give it 3.5 cauldrons. So that is The Lyrebird Ladies Lake Choir by Sandy Docker, and that is 3.5 cauldrons. I hope you have a glorious day and do whatever resonates within your soul. Bye now.